Hello everybody, welcome back to more Factorio Not 15 learning campaign, where last time we totally did not make any mistake at all and run the completely wrong material up to our flamethrower fuel. No, look, see, the belt has steel on it. It has steel. It doesn't have copper and iron, it has steel. And that's the material we need. And yes, it's working. So the light oil is chooching. It's fine. We're getting ourselves some flamethrower fuel. This is going to consume all of the heavy and light since we're not actually using any petroleum right now. But we will be, don't worry. Once we leverage this plastic into some red circuits, we will definitely be using some petroleum. So when I corrected this little happy accident, in addition to just running the extra line out, I re-ran these guys a little bit. So I bent them down here to give us a little bit more room, because I do want to put red circuits here. Believe me, I want to get 2 or 3 or 4 full banks of red circuits in this area. Like 2 at least. So yeah, that's the reason that this sort of exists as it does right now. So that's like what, 8, 16, I basically want to get like 32 red circuit factories put into this place. And I wanted the room for it. So I bent these guys just a little bit, but it should be fine. And then they come down and they bend again because I wanted to give room to expand the green circuit production. And they might even come even further out and bend down in the future if I need to expand that even further out. I don't know. I may. We'll see. This needs to come into red circuit. I think we are ready for red circuits now, actually. What we could do is build ourselves a flame inverter real quick. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. The ultimate weapon, the only weapon that we need, the patented flame inverter. So right now I can't shoot my submachine gun because you can't actually shoot it if you don't have a target. The shotgun you can. The flamethrower though, why can't I switch to, oh, because I don't have ammo. Well, now I have ammo. There we go, the flame inverter is basically, it used to be, apparently it's been nerfed a little bit, but it used to be the only weapon that you needed. It was the maxi-max weapon. So this needs blue science to do flamethrower damage, so we're not going to do that yet. Explosives apparently uses black science. That is bizarre. We can get laser or electric engine. You know, let's do electric engine, because when I do engine blocks, I'm going to want to build Skynet immediately, and I kind of want to have electric engines available for that, and maybe some robotics as well. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I haven't needed lasers yet, which is amazing, so that's good. And let's continue working on our blue science, and the next step to blue science is advanced circuits, which are no big deal. Right? The recipe is the exact same as it used to be? Yes. Circuits, plastic bars, copper cable. Recipe is no big deal, yo-yo. So, we are going to want to build, we're going to build in line with these guys. We're going to need copper, which is copper cable. So let's just build it right here to begin the first one, I think, because these guys will be nice and out of the way. I mean, I could build down here, but I need to run the materials in, and I want to just have a straight run of materials in. So we'll give it a little bit of space. I think this will be fine. And then we're going to build, going back from here. I usually don't like to merge these together, but I'm going to do it. We're going to go 1, 2. I'm going to have 8, 9 in total. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So do I want to build it like that, or do I want to build them one by one? You know what? We'll do it like this. It's fine. It's no big a deal. So we're going to have copper come in. Ooh, that's going to be tight, isn't it? Wow, okay. Copper's going to come in there, and then copper cable is going to come out here. Actually, that's going to be really tight, because in addition to that, they're going to need all their other shit, and they're going to put their products in the middle. Do I want to do that? Do I want to maybe put this on the other side then? Copper cable on the other side, other stuff there, outputs on the outside, and then they just merge into each other maybe? I could do that. Normally I would put the outputs on the middle and I would put the inputs on the outsides and all that good stuff, but I think maybe what we'll do is put the inputs in the middle this time. Problem is, if I put them in the middle, I have to have 2 full runs of them, right? Yeah, I gotta have 2 full runs, and if I have 2 full runs, that means, do I have enough to do what I need to do? let me consider for a minute. I'm going to see if the belts are going to work out, the belt capacities. Just a second. Next research, by the way, is going to be robotics, so I have access to flying robot frames, which will allow me to build Skynet when I so see fit. See you in a sec. Okay, I figured out how I want to do this. It's a little bit different from the red circuit design that I would normally build, but this is how we're going to set this up. We're going to have our copper cables come here. We're going to have our red circuits come through like so. We can support 8 factories off of 1 copper cable with default rate. Whoopsie daisy. With default ratios. So that's good. So we're going to do something like that. We're going to power all of this stuff up. Actually, let's power it up right... Ooh, do I have more of those? I don't. Let's go get some. We're going to need a lot more than 4 to finish this off. We're going to power this up now because nighttime is going to come before we're done this for sure. And it's going to get dark. So while it's still daytime, let's prepare for nighttime, shall we? Let's just take a stack of these guys. Some people limit it aggressively so that they can just control click on stuff to do it. No, we don't want either of those because we can't actually get them now. We can get flight though. And then construction robotics. Holy shit. Or we can get like grenade damage or weapon damage or explosives. What else might be useful to us right now? Modules, laser. You know what? Let's just do laser and work towards laser turrets just in case I need them like in a pinch. Like last second, it's an emergency. I need them in order to survive. Because you never know. Maybe we're about to hit every biter base on the map. Like it's a relatively peaceful map. It's not actually peaceful mode. But maybe our pollution is about to hit every single biter base on the map. And they don't need to expand into us because they're all just there. You never know. It's a possibility, isn't it? Huh? No, not really, but whatever. This means I actually have room for a large pole right here, too, which is amazeballs, because then we can just, you know, go over to here. Can I dismantle this pole? Yeah, this will actually connect to both of those from here. Indeed it will. So this actually connects to both of these light poles, so it'll actually propagate power up through the base as well. And it's going to power us here, so that's awesome. Cool! Everything is charged. Let's put our lights in. We will put them opposite sauce on this because we can do it that way. Just like that. And there, the area is lit up nicely. So I did consider having the plastic come in from the back, but I'm actually going to bring the plastic in from the front as I would normally do, and we're going to side load it onto a belt with green circuits. We're not going to bust the plastic yet. I'm actually just going to bring it up to here and come up just like this and side load it onto the same belt that I have the green circuits on. So let's go ahead and pull green circuits off first. Where do they need to go? They're going to need to go underground under this to get into the... Actually, this is going to be in the way then, isn't it? Now that I think about it a little bit, this is going to very much be in the way. Okay, so that can't go there, but it can go like up here. So we still have power. So we're going to have copper come in on one line, which, again, this might be in the way of the copper coming in now. Jeez. Jeezers. Okay, so let's reposition that too. It can't connect to both lines if I put it here. But we can, you know, connect another one down here or something. I don't know. It's silly, it's stupid, but it works for now, and we can fix it all later. We're going to be tearing this entire factory down and building a new one before long anyway, so it honestly doesn't matter that much. So copper is going to come in. Copper comes in. This is where that happens. Where does our... This is the tile that we like to do our little... merges on. So to that end, we're going to want to merge... Oh, there was one right here. I could have come right off of this. We're going to want to merge this in side load just like this, I guess, and then we're going to have to loop it up, and then we're going to have to... Yeah, this is going to be a little messy, but it's going to work. So it's okay. So we'll side merge like this, side load. We're going to bring this guy up, and then he's going to have to come up and across this belt. And actually, we're not going to go across this belt. We're actually going to have this belt go under, like so. And the reason we're going to have this belt go under is because it allows me to get him like that, and then he can go under him to here, and then under again to here. There we go. We've got it worked out. So this needs to be green circuits and what the fuck else? Plastic. Green circuits and plastic. So the green circuits are easy. We're going to load them on right there like that, and we'll just load balance the belt again afterwards. So green circuits are go. Let's just cut that off there. And then we need our plastics in, which is easy enough. Let's go grab that. And we will run it in, and we, you know, we could afford to run it over here. I guess we don't need to lower it anymore. Yeah, it should be fine just running it as it is. That's going to be a laser turret, which does use black science. So you do need to be able to do black science to do laser turrets now too, guys. And we don't actually need to sideload over here. We can afford... Oh, shit. I do need this sideloading somewhere, though. I don't want to sideload further up. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake of mine. I do want to sideload here, because this is where we sideload everything, right? It's not just where we sideload this. This is where we sideload everything. Sorry, not a mistake, but a happy accident. So we are going to snake that a little bit, and we're going to get our plastic and our green circuits together on one belt coming in, and then we're going to have our other shit come in. This is a little bit of a messy snake, but it's an okay snake. I don't mind it too much. It'll be okay. And that's going exactly where it needs to go. And then we need copper coming in on this guy here, and that means we're going to need to go underground like so. And then we're going to need to merge in some copper, which is easy to do. Just like that. And like that. And that's going to bring the copper in, and that's going to start making us copper cables, and it's actually going to make the copper cables, and then we just need to finish this off. So to finish this off, we are going to need some red inserters on each one of these, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Let's do blues here in the middle, I guess. Might as well. It doesn't really matter which ones we do because the craft time on these are so slow that it doesn't matter where the inserters go. And we'll do the reds right in the middle. Just like that. And that should be sufficient. I should not need anything faster than that, because if we take a peek, it needs 2 circuits every 6 seconds, which is easily doable by a slow inserter. 2 plastic bars every 6 seconds, which is easily doable by a slow inserter. And 2 circuits and 2 plastic every 6 seconds is easily doable. That's 4 things every 6 seconds, is also easily doable by a slow inserter. That's 4 copper cables, which is doable by a slow inserter. So as long as they are on 2 separate belts, a slow inserter can handle everything. We don't even need these fast inserters. They are totally not necessary here. And this guy makes every 6 seconds. You know what? Because they're not necessary here, we are actually literally just going to replace them, and we're going to use slow inserters for the outputs as well. They're not necessary. All they're doing is taking up extra power. This is like sacrilege to some of you, isn't it? They're like, but no, Liz, you could put modules in those, and you could put beacons up and all this kind of stuff, and then it'll be fast and all that kind of crap. And to that I say, whatevskis, I don't care. At the moment, at least. Okay, thing is, do I want to go this way or do I want to go this way? I kind of want to go left with this, right? Yeah, we want to take this left. We don't want to take this right. We want to take this left. The reason we want to take this left is because we're trying to get disconnected to the bus. We're not taking this to the oil fields. So let's go this way. And that means I need to sort of go through this snake of stuff and get onto the bus right over here, which shouldn't be too much of a problemo. We just need to kind of, you know, work some magic here. So where do I want to work my magic from? I think maybe we will paint up like this in our little world, and we'll go under here. And we'll connect up into here and just do this. And we can sideload these. We don't need to use a splitter, but I am going to use a splitter because splitters are cool. And that's it. I think we're done. Yeah, I think that's about it. And remember, no underground belt here, because this is the bus that these are going to belong on right here. And we don't go underground when we're merging into our own bus. We make everything else in our bus go underground for us. For us. Yes. That seems wrong. That seems very wrong. These happy little accidents right there need to be corrected. Yeah, just like that, and just like that, and that's good. Okay, there we go. I didn't go far enough with those, apparently. Oh, but check this out. Like I said, it doesn't go underground for us. We go underground for it. And we go up to here. Alright, so that's going to be one, not full belt, but one of the first parts of my red build. I'm going to build at least one more of these as well, right above it, like another stack of this. And I might even just split off of these, or I might do new lines and literally just replicate this and split the plastic and send it up and do the exact same thing again. I don't know what we're going to do with it yet, but we'll figure that out. Laser turret damage, let's get that upgraded, because if we do use laser turrets, it would be nice to do a lot of damage. And to finish this build off, all we need are some outputs. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Red circuits. Yeah. Happy little red circuits. Filling up our bus. Nice. Okay, red circuit factory number 1 is a go. That means, what's our status over here? We are out of heavy. We are out. No, we have a lot of light still, and we have a crap ton of petroleum. But now that we're using up the plastics, you can see our refineries are going again and refining more. So we will... Oh yeah, look at that. We got a full tank of lube. How much Flammenwerfer fuel do we have? We have 182. Nice. That's a good start. It's a good start. We're not quite there yet, but it's a good start. Okay, how long have we been going for? That is 5 plus 12 is not very long at all. We've got more time to do some more stuff. Do we want to build... Okay, I would do it off camera at this point because it would be the exact same thing again. Do I want to build the second set of reds now before we start the next build? Or do we want to... Okay, let's take a peek. Our net goal here is Science Pack 3s. Science Pack 3s are going to need engine units. Yeah, you know what? We can get another one of these. Okay. I have access to electric engine units too now. Yes, I do. Engine units, electronic circuits, and lubricant. And I have access to these as well. Electric engine units, batteries, steel plates, and electronic circuits. Question is, do I want to start Skynet? Might be good. I need it for the next level of research. Like, I need the engine units for the next level of research. So I probably should just start it, right? Where would I do it? I guess right up above these grenades, or these turrets, basically, because it's part of science, isn't it? Although, it would make a lot of sense to build it on the other side of the bus, since there's a lot of room over there. Let me figure some things out as far as layout goes, and I'll be back. Math. Let's do some math real quick. Sorry, this is an aside. We're not continuing quite yet with what I was working on because I got distracted by something else. So we make 2 copper cables every half second, which means in 6 seconds, by math, if we made 1 copper cable in 6 seconds, we would be making 12 copper cables because we make 1 every half second. Since we make 2, that means we're going to get 24 copper cables every 6 seconds. 24. We use 4 copper cables for an advanced circuit every 6 seconds. Remember, we have 24 that we produce in 6 seconds. So we have 4 being made here. That's pretty easy math. 4 goes directly into 24. It goes 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 times. And then we have 28 and 32 here. And I think to myself, what the fuck is going on? I know how this works. I know that the ratio was 1 copper cable to 8 red circuit factories. But was this always 6 seconds? Did it always use 4 copper cables? This created 2 copper cables. I thought it created 3 copper cables, but apparently it only creates 2. But it has a half-second time on it, and it's always been a half-second time. I mean, they're backing up now because the red circuits are backed up, but we were out of copper cables, and these last sets of factories weren't working at all. And I was like, why the fuck is this? And then I actually looked at the numbers, and I was like, you could only run 6 factories off of 1 copper cable now. So these last 2 factories on each side, these last 4 factories actually, don't do shit anymore. And I'm like, excuse me? When did that change? Is that a point? Is that a not 15 change as well? I'm going to have to read the changelog in a little bit more detail, because you used to be able to support 8 of these guys off of 1. Now apparently you can only support 6 red circuit factories, and it is an exact ratio. It is a perfect 6-to-1 ratio instead of 8-to-1. So nerf or buff, I don't know. I'd have to do the math. If the change was that this takes 6 seconds instead of, say, taking 8 seconds before, which would do it, 6 seconds means 6-to-1 in this case. 8 seconds would mean 8-to-1 in this case, because this is a half-second craft with 2 crafting pieces, this being whatever it takes, uses 4 of them. If it was a craft time change, then maybe it's a buff because we build faster, so 6 things doing 6 seconds might build faster. Well, not really. 8 things doing 8 seconds. Yeah, basically the same. But you need less facilities to do it then, so you use less power and you use less lag and entity shit and refreshes and all that. I don't know. I need to figure all of that out still. Flight, please. But needless to say, I can just scrap these last 4 things, and the next piece that we build is only going to have 6 of them on it. And I'll have to do all the ratio math to figure out whether or not it's a buff, a nerf, or just a change in general. But the red circuit factory is different than it used to be, is my point. Okay, that out of the way. Let's get down to business on what I was actually working on, and I still haven't figured it out. So that aside is out of the way now. I'll see you in a little bit. I've made the decision. We're going to build Skynet over here on the left-hand side. The disadvantage of building on both sides of the bus, as a lot of you may know, is that when you build on the right-hand side like this, you end up getting a lot of underground belts and splitters and things along your line. When you build on the left-hand side, you also get a bunch of underground splitters and all this kind of shit. And I tried to keep the stuff on the left very limited, so this gear wheel production just took 2 little pieces of iron out, and I didn't need iron immediately except for this over here. And then I tried to do things that I could split everything all at once off here, and then it had its own mini bus for the Make Everything factory. And you see this entire stretch, we're not actually splitting off as I touch my microphone, because I split stuff off already. I don't split off again until up here, and it's just 2 quick splits and we're out. But when we have to split lots of things through this bus in both directions, their underground belts and their splitters interfere with each other, which is why a lot of people, for simplicity's sake, like to build on one half of the bus or the other. I totally support that. If you want to build on one half of the bus only for those reasons, then go for it. Like, more power to you. So Skynet is going to start with, we're going to need engine units. And to get engine units, we're going to need ourselves steel plates, iron gear wheels. We have them on the bus, and then we're going to need pipes. So we are going to build pipes ourselves. And do I want to build this as pipes and then start Skynet up from here? Or how do we want to do this? Maybe. I've got pipes right here. I suppose if I want to, I could just use the pipes from the Make Anything factory and go with that. And And then I don't have to split off more iron. I don't have to do anything like that. Do I need to split off more iron? Hold on. Iron? No iron, just gear wheels. Iron? No iron, just gear wheels. Iron? No iron, just gear wheels. Okay, I actually don't think I need to split any iron off if I do that then. So yeah, maybe I'll use these pipes, or maybe I'll make a second pipe factory, but I'll use this iron to supply it. That might be a good idea. I could do that. I could just use this iron to supply a second pipe factory. We're not going to need a crap ton of iron to make this happen. So the question is, do I want this to be pipes and then make the engines this way after them? Or do I want this to be pipes and make the engines up here, maybe? What else do I need for the engines? I need steel and iron gear wheels, which I can just stick onto one belt. They don't need very many of that at all. And then this needs engines, circuits, and lube, so it doesn't need any of the same stuff. This needs steel, so it does need the steel plates again. Okay. And electronic circuits, but not very many batteries. So I can bring circuits and batteries in together. Once I get batteries going, that is. That's no problem either. Yeah, we can make this work. This shouldn't be a problem for us at all. So what we're going to do here is build ourselves an assembly machine, and what we'll do is the second row is just going to have steel plates and iron gear wheels. Yeah, okay. So we'll build... we're not going to build the 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1 setup for this. We're actually just going to space them all out. So this one is going to be spaced thusly, and then we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a good start. Or we can go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe? I don't know how many we're going to need. Let's take a look at our ratios, actually. For blue science packs, they take 12 seconds to make, and we need 1 engine. And we make 1 science pack, right? Yes, we get 1 science pack 3. So that means we need 12 engines every 12 seconds. Engines produce every 10 seconds. So if we get 12 factories, we'll make 12 every 10 seconds. We only need 12 every 12 seconds, so that's a 2-second bonus. We'll get some surplus. And then I'm thinking, honestly, we make something like... I don't want to... Oh, well, we could store those surplus in a chest, I suppose. And then how many engine factories are we going to need? I'm going to need a lot of engine factories, guys. I'm running the math here. We need a shit ton of engines now. So you can actually get logistics robots with purely green science. That's fascinating. They would have a storage chest, so I guess the only thing they would be really useful for is logistics trash slots, basically. And logistics supply slots, like character logistics slots and character logistics trash slots. Because you don't have logistics system. Holy shit, logistics system doesn't just require blue science. Now it requires both production science and high tech. Wow, bots are so far away. That's okay, though. It's not that big of a deal. Let's get construction robots, though, because we can. It's very dark. I'm going to figure this shit out while it's nighttime, and when it's daytime and we can actually see what's going on, I'll bring you guys back. Alright, guys, so this is freaking colossal, is what this is. I'm just wiring it up now for everything that we need, but holy crap. I'll show you a tour of it once we get these belts built. I just wanted to bring you in so you can see the colossal scale of how far back we are running shit and how much we're going to have to supply. I'm hoping that I have these ratios totally fucking wrong and that this can be modified in the future, because holy crap skis. I am going to overproduce here just a little bit. But that is the objective, is to overproduce so that I have a few in a chest. So this becomes my make anything as well as the science factory. Okay, so here is our setup. When I build what I refer to as Skynet. Skynet is the production of flying robot frames and electric engine units and regular engine units. So the way I tend to like to do it is I like 5 or 6 factories producing flying robot frames. In this case, I'm going to build 6. If I have 6 factories producing flying robot frames, I want 7 or 8 factories producing electric engines, because these 6 are going to feed directly into this. We're not storing anything that these guys make. They're just going to feed directly into these flying robot frames. And then I'm going to have 2 more left over here that are going to feed into chests, which are going to be limited to 2 stacks each. And those are so that I can get myself some electric engines for production of various things. Exosuits, whatever, pumps, whatever needs an electric engine. Do pumps actually need electric engines? They used to. Or no, fast pumps needed them. That's what it was. Like the modded ones, the flow control pumps, the express pumps, they needed them. We've got logistics, character logistics slots, and character trash slots, I think. Yes, we have all of that. Modules. So I have trash slots and logistics slots. I don't have any robots to give them to me, though. We also finished construction. I don't know if you were here for that. What was I looking at? I was looking at pumps. Pumps. Where are you at, electric pump? You would be under logistics, probably here. Pump. Needs a regular engine unit. Okay, that's fine. But we're going to store electric engine units in here, and then these 6 are going to produce directly for these 6 flying robot frame factories. So that means these 8 engine factories are producing directly for these factories, because, is it still the same? Yeah, 1 every 10 seconds, 1 every 10 seconds, and then these guys were 20 seconds, and they needed 1 in every 20 seconds. So you actually double produce what you need here. So you don't need this many factories to provide for these. Yeah, you need technically half as many factories, but it just so neatly inserts into it that I don't want to mess around with it. I just like going 1-to-1 on these. There's no reason not to do it, other than the fact that, you know, technically we could produce quicker. But all I need is these extra 2 buildings on the end, and I get my own facilities, like I get my own engines. So it's fine. That's all I really needed. So these 8 are dedicated to that. So this is what Skynet would normally be, something like this, maybe a little bit smaller. Maybe I only build 5 of these instead of 6, and then I only build 1 free electric engine. So I only have 6 of these instead of 8, and then that means I only need a few of these. And I normally only build like 1 extra engine unit, one exactly like we did here with the electrics, in order to store into a chest. But now I need to build 12 extra engine units, because Blue Science takes 12 seconds to produce. It needs 1 engine unit every 12 seconds. And it produces 1 Blue Science pack. So if I make 12 factories, that means I'm going to need, 12 engines every 12 seconds. And then if I go to the engine units, which are still in this page, they produce 1 every 10 seconds. So if I have 12 factories producing 12 every 10 seconds, that means, again, I have a 2-second surplus. So I'm going to make a few extra engines, which makes this my Make Anything factory for them as well, and we store them in a chest. That's going to be limited to, like, a whole row, because we actually use engines for, like, trains and stuff a lot, potentially, if we do trains extensively in this campaign. I don't know how long we're going to go, how long we're going to take this one, but, you know, if we get there, we're going to need a whole bunch of those. So it becomes absolutely ginormous. And to account for all of these extra engines, normally I build 1 pipe factory, and I'm like, that's so many pipes. That's a ridiculous. Oh yeah, look at that, modules and modular armor. Oh yeah. Normally I build 1 factory for pipes, and I'm like, this is enough pipes for a millennium. It's way more than I need for Skynet. But now it's like I had to actually calculate. No, with all these factories, I have 20 factories. I need 2 pipes every 10 seconds. Well, 2 pipes for 20 factories means I need 40 pipes every 10 seconds. 1 factory makes 1 pipe every half second, which means in 10 seconds it's going to make 20 pipes. I need 40 pipes in 10 seconds. I need 2 factories for pipes. So I did it. I built a second pipe factory, and we're going to feed pipes through onto here. This lane down here is going to need to get us iron gear wheels and steel plates. We don't need a whole lot of either of them. We're just going to use yellow inserters for everything. So now I need steel plates and iron gear wheels brought on, and they're both in the same bus. So it's going to be a little awkward getting them in here and side loading them and then getting them onto this, but we can make it work. Don't worry. And holy crap, like just holy shit. Anyway, don't care. Bored now. Can I play with the puppy? The master says I can play with the puppy. So let's come out here and let's run underground. Where's our merge point going to be? Our merge point is apparently here on this side. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. That's going to be awful close, though. Yeah, that's going to be really awful close. It's fine, though. Whatevs. That's our merge point. That's our merge point. So now we need to get ourselves some steel and some iron gear wheels into here. So to that end, we are going to, remember, everything else has to run underground for us. So the coal is going to have to run underground right here. Actually, it's going to have to do another one. And we're going to have to put you like this. That's going to take care of the iron gear wheels. And then I need, do I even have enough iron gear wheel production? I don't fucking know. You might need to go underground a lot further than this now that I think about it. Let's take a peek. We'll just cut you guys for a little bit, and we'll see how I can make this work. So then the steel is going to want to split here, which is perfectly fine because it can go underground, so it's just peachy. And then the steel is going to want to connect in. I don't want to connect that just yet, though. I actually shouldn't have connected the iron gear wheels yet. Whatevskis, though, we're fine. So you want to... Yay! Okay, what's next? Anything I can make? I can make energy shield equipment. Fantastic. Night vision. Ooh, night vision's been improved, apparently. Do we want night vision? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm insane. Let's get inserter stack capacity for now. Okay, you do have enough room to get through there, and then you need to get through there, and then everything should be good, right? Belts. Yes, everything's fine. And you just don't run anything through here because you just run underground, so nothing runs through that section. As long as I don't need coal, we're good. That means we can do this. It means we've got our steel and our iron gear wheels, and this means we've got us our pipes. And with that, we can start building in, that's going to make a lot more pipes. We can start building in our inserters. And holy crap, that's going to be a lot of inserters. How many regulars do I have? Lots. Okay, good. So I only need one inserter for each section of these. So how do I want to do that? Outsides? I could do outsides. I could do inside. I could do... No, I have to do inside because that. Right. Okay. So we're going to do this is what we're going to do. And the pipes are coming through. Yeah, these produce so slow. They take so long to build that I only need slow inserters for this, and I only need one of them for each line. There we go. That be working. Now, I don't have outputs on these guys yet. Have these dumped in? Yeah, they're dumping engines into this. I don't have lubricant over here yet. This line up here underneath these chests and underneath these inserters, which are going to go into this, are for electronic circuits, green circuits, because these need green circuits, these need green circuits. Having the line here lets them both satisfy that. But for now, what I want to do is output my engine units onto a belt, like so, and then I'm just, you know, side loading so that I merge them onto one belt onto both sides. It's a saturated belt. We're pulling them into a chest here. We're going to store a lot of these guys because I need them for trains and all that kind of stuff. And there we go. Skynet is like the groundwork for it is done. I don't have the flying robot frames going. I don't have the red engines going, but I have everything built for them, and all I need to do is connect and we're good to go. More importantly, though, we have our regular engine units going, and holy crap, that's a shit ton necessary for that. We're up to 10 megawatts of power. Still not much power. we're very economical with our power, apparently. Okay, so that gets us how much closer? We have advanced circuits, we have engine units, and assembly machine 1s we know how to make easy. So what are we at? 28 plus 11 means we're at about 40 minutes. I'm thinking that that's going to be it for this video. Next time, we are going to complete the blue science build now that we have all of the components to make it happen. Only, what is this, 12 videos in? Holy shit, this is definitely not a speed run. I'll see you then, guys.